Welcome back to the teaching and learning. This is Abdul Ghafoor. I hope you're doing good. The another lesson for upcoming tests for pedagogy teachers. In this video, I'll be solving cycle 3 questions, and I'll be telling you that from where these questions have been taken. The second thing, I'll be telling you that which one is the distractor and which one is the answer. Because from 4 options, the 2 options are completely wrong, and the 2 options they are close are related to each other. And second thing, I'll be explaining some important terms that have been used in each question. The fifth thing, I'll be explaining you that why this answer is correct. Now, by this way, what you can get from this video, you can extract or get an idea about that from where the questions has been taken and what information is important for you for upcoming test. For example, if the question is taken from the professional knowledge and the content is convergent thinking, suppose it has been given in the previous test, so they might change. Instead of convergent thinking, they give you the divergent thinking. So you should analyze by yourself that what type of the information they are taking and which content has been used in the mock test. Okay. Before that, before starting the lesson, if anybody who want to avail the complete course for pedagogy and ECD pedagogy, it is just for 480 till June. The actual price of the course is 2,000, and we have an offer for it, in which you will be receiving the study material, domain to domain, which is aligned with the study guide, and sample test. Okay. I'll also be assisting you if you have any query related to it. So let's start the lesson. Okay. I'm sharing the screen first. So the first question from cycle 3 mock test. Now, some teachers, they are confused that what is the difference between cycle 2 test and cycle 3. The difference is the complexity level. Otherwise, the content are the same. This is the only difference. Okay. So don't worry about it. I have checked these answers. As you can see, the checkbox. Okay. I didn't go through the answer keys. And if anybody having a question regarding any answer, you can WhatsApp me, email me, or drop the comments on it. Let's start about the first thing is about the inquiry, using inquiry strategy. Inquiry strategy means inquiry-based learning. Now, what is the inquiry-based learning? It is a student-centered approach in which students are enforced or compelled to think out of the box, and they take the responsibility of the learning. They ask the questions and they investigate the problems which is related with the real world. So this shows an active engagement of it. So what the question says, okay, a group of teachers attend a training program on using inquiry strategy in teaching so they can employ to improve students' learning and achievement. Which of the following indicator would be the best for judging teachers' utilization, applying of the program skills to improve students' achievement? If you look at the First option, level of the student satisfaction. Now keep in your mind and you are familiar that the students' feedback we don't consider. The what the students they think about the teacher. Okay, so it is not. If second thing, number of teachers taking part the training program. It has a nothing to implement the inquiry based learning in the classroom. So these two answers are quite far away from the correct answer. Now look at the fourth one, level of teacher satisfaction with the appropriateness of training they receive to their professional needs. Okay. Now the level of the achievement, what they achieved, is it appropriate for the teacher's need or not? Doesn't matter if it's appropriate or not, but how we can improve the students' achievement. The question is that. So the percentage of students who acquired inquiry skills after teacher had attained the training program. By this way, we can observe that the implication of the professional development has a direct impact onto the students' performance, and that we can evaluate the students. Okay. So the first two are the wrong answer, as the third and fourth, which are very close. So the fourth one is the distractor. If we look at the number two question, according to teachers' standards in the UAE, which of the following practice teacher must take into the consideration to the promote positive learning environment? As you know that the teachers standards, they have a four standards in which ethical knowledge, professional practice, professional knowledge. Okay, I'll be uploading a complete video about that. Okay, so this question has been taken from standard 3. What is the standard 3? Just go to the promote positive learning environment. If you look at the answer, which is the indicator 3.1.1, establish routines to facilitate efficient and effective teaching and learning. So establish classroom procedure and routines that enhance teaching and learning process efficiency and effectiveness. Now, use the same classroom assessment with them. Question is not talking about the assessment. Avoid use of any punishment. Question is not talking about the punishments. Okay, because if it is about the punishment, as you know that the corporate punishment is not allowed in the UAE. See, so these two are very close to each other. Set low expectations for learners and provide them all with the same support and challenges. So the first and fourth one is a wrong, but third one has been used as a distractor. We'll move to the next one. If you were asked to join a committee to review the curriculum adopted by your school, which of the following points would be one of your criticism to the curriculum design? Adaptation and adopt. Making changes in existing, that is we call adaptation. Adopt, that you have to bring it and completely change for it. I'll direct go to the answer first. We teach skills, we don't teach the concept. So the progression from simple concept to complex concept, and the progression from simple skills to complex skill. These are very close answers. Okay, so the number one is used as a distractor. However, 2 and 4 are the wrong answer. So the correct answer, because we teach the skills and their criticism will be the skills. What does the red head symbolize when using these 6 thinking heads methods to developing students' thinking? As you know that the red 6 thinking method has been introduced by Edward to look matter or the problem or an issue through different 6 angles to find the accurate and valid judgment about an issue or the problem. This has been used in the classroom as well as that the students can investigate the problem or anything or real life applications through 6 different perspectives. Okay. And each color is representing the purpose. Okay. So here is asking about that which the red symbolize for what. As you can see, the red hat is symbolized for emotional thinking. You can go for it. Even the lesson is already uploaded. Okay. Regarding the convergent, divergent thinking, I'll give you the links in the description. You have to go through to watch the complete lessons. That will help you a lot. Even the inquiry-based learning for it. Move to the next one. Which of the following statements generally describe one of the results of teachers' regular implementation of the project-based learning strategies in the classroom? As you know that the project-based learning is also student-centered learning, in which the students has to take an applications to work on a project to create their own ideas. Just give you the more information about it. It helps to deepen the content knowledge and critical thinking skills. So improving students' critical thinking skills. It's not about the standardized test. Reducing, so these two are reducing something, okay. They are completely wrong. However, the number one has been used as a distractor. Question number 6. You are assigned to invigilate one of the national or international tests that country conducts for the school students. During that test, students complain that one of the question was not clear. So the appropriate action to take here is at the end of the video, I'll be telling you that which 2 standards have been covered in these questions. Wait for it. So I urge him or her to read the instruction and do not explain the question. I read the question aloud, explain it to all students. I totally ignore the students. Number 4, it's completely wrong. I read the question aloud. You cannot read the aloud because the problem has only student. You urge him to read the instructions and I do not explain to him. So first and 4th one is completely wrong. However, the 2nd and 4th are close related. So it might, because the question is not wrong. If it is wrong, then you can clear to everybody. Okay. If the question is not clear to any specific students, that you can explain that specific question and let him to continue working on it. Question number 7. If the graph below shows the students' score distribution in the summative achievement, a test whose cutoff score is 50, which of the following conclusion about the test is most correct? Okay. Cutoff score is 50%. Okay. Now look at that. The bar graph, this graph shows the 2 things, the number of students and the students' score. It doesn't show the test reliability. It doesn't show the test is biased. It doesn't show the test is the valid or not, because there's no test specification that you can identify these components to be a judgmental about. So the score shows the complexity level of the test in which the most of the students they performed at low. So the test is difficult. So the test is not reliable, the test is not valid, the test is biased. Okay. So the 1st and 4th are completely wrong, but the 3rd, 2nd one here's not closely related to the distractor. But 1, 2, and 3, fourth are completely wrong. Number 8, after the number of the teachers rated an essay exam using a rubric, there were discrepancies in the scores of awarded. What should they review together to reduce the incidence of such discrepancy? Learning outcomes, the essay prompts, the test specification. Now, the first learning outcomes, not talking about the outcomes. The test essay prompts, of course, not. The two answers are very close. Either they have to remove work on the test specification on the rubric. But the number of students are more, of course, it's not an individual. So they cannot change the test specification, because if they have to change, then they have to, the modify the test, maybe conduct the repeat. So a teacher has to modify the rubric and resolve that issue. So number 3 is the distractor. The type of thinking that a teacher further develops in students, where she asks to discuss answers to think question. Suppose that all borders of the UAE are land and that it does not have a sea border. That is means landlocked. How will this affect the country's economic and social life? Now, so we have some lessons about the inductive, convergent, and divergent thinking. So it's not inductive. Let's talk about the convergent thinking. That means to be specific on a one solution. For example, right now I'm selecting a question answer that is a convergent thinking. There's only one solution. However, the divergent thinking, that means to give many solutions to a one problem. But over here, it's not about the divergent, it's not about the convergence. How will this affect the country's economic and social life? So here, suppose that all the borders of the UAE are land and that does not have any sea border. How will this affect? Of course, it will be the divergent thinking, not critical thinking, because it thinks into the multiple domains to give the multiple solutions for that. So the answer is the divergent, not critical thinking. Number 10, students in one of your class have a major academic, personal, linguistic, cognitive, and cultural difference. The best teaching strategy you can employ to meet the needs of the students such classes. It's not a reciprocal discussion, dialogue. It's not a direct instruction and a differentiated. It is the differentiated instruction. The same question has been given in the cycle 2 test. Okay. So I'm not going to explain, further. Let me talk the few think about regarding the UAE teachers standards. Okay, I'll be uploading a complete video before that. If you have any question that you think or might be discussed and has to be modified, okay, please feel free and write the comment, write me an email or WhatsApp me, and I'm sure I'll consider it and I'll be discussing with you. We'll be meeting in the next lesson. Till that, goodbye, take care, and thank you so much.